Hello, everyone. Welcome to Business Calculus. This is Math 261. My name is Kyle Hoffman. I'm the instructor for the course. This video here is meant as an orientation, brief orientation to get you acclimated with some of the key elements of the D2L course. I am starting here at the Delaware Tech MyDTCC homepage. So to access the course, we'll click Courses. And I actually have two sections of this class running this summer, so you would just pick the one that shows up for you. I'll use the 4H2 as an example. So here is the home screen for the course. I'm going to start by selecting the Content tab. So under the Content tab, the first thing listed, Getting Started, as the name suggests, is where we'd like to start. So what I did here was created a quick little checklist. First item under this Getting Started tab is things to do prior to class. So we'll just make sure you take a look at all of these. The first one has you reading the syllabus, the course expectations, and the class schedule. If you notice, they are the second element listed under this Getting Started tab. So make sure you click on that and review all three documents here. The course syllabus, of course, details the class, outlines core objectives to be met come during class itself, and then come time for assessments. Important document to look over. The 7-week schedule, if you're someone like me, is a nice thing to keep handy, as let's click on it and show you. If you notice, it's just a single page document that lists the topic being covered, the date in which it's being covered, and what's actually due for that week. Everything in one place. Nice, convenient document to have, so make sure you familiarize yourself with this, print it out, keep it handy. And then the other thing to review was the course expectations. Another good document. Make sure you read through this. Not only does it detail the communication expectations for the course here, but tells you type of calculator, materials to use that are required, and a explanation of all of the categories associated with calculating your final grade. So if you notice, there is a homework, a 10%, quizzes 10%, test 70, and a project or two at 10% of your final grade. My policy for late work here, and attendance is also labeled, and then the evaluation criteria here at the bottom, how your grade is, your weighted average is calculated, and then Delaware Tech's grading system if you're looking for a particular letter grade here. Okay. The college does not release numerical grades officially on your transcript. We do letters. So here's the letters associated with all of those numbers. Okay, so back to the Getting Started tab. The next thing on the list was MyLabs Plus. If you've used MyLabs Plus before, then you're familiar with it. Make sure you can still log in. Your old login credentials should be what you use, unless you've changed your password recently. If you're not sure, or if you've never used MyLabs Plus before, the next item down is titled MyLabs Plus, and it will detail you on where to go and how to either log in or create a new login and password. This is a really important component. I will go over this at the first day of class, but it's nice to familiarize yourself ahead of time, as a majority of the coursework that you'll submit is actually going to be done in MyLabs Plus. So we'll need access to MyLabs Plus. So I'll finish this orientation video off with some more on that. I'm going to just finish this last tab here, instructor information. This is just a one-click link that will allow you to, let's see, of course there's a picture of me, my name, my email. I do have an office phone and an office at the moment, not in the office. However, you're free to call. They're hopefully sometime in the near future. There'll be times I'm in my office. By far and away, though, the best way to contact me with specific questions is by email. Okay, and my goal is to email or respond to everyone's email within 24 hours, especially during the work week. If it's during the weekend, sometimes it'll defer to the next business day. You should expect a response from me if you have a question via email within 24 hours. So this is a nice tab to have all that in one place. Go back to getting started. If you notice, pretty much what's left here is broken down into chapter. These are all learning resources for each of the 4 chapters that exist in the class. More to come on that. With this orientation video, I really want to highlight MyLabs Plus. I'm just going to follow the link provided. You can use this link here, or if you notice towards the bottom of the content tab, there's an additional MyLabs Plus link. Take you there. And I'm actually going to log in fresh so that you can see what it looks like. All right, so this is the login page for MyLabs Plus. This is where that link should take you. Make sure it says Delaware Tech Community College at the top. If it doesn't, you're going to be logging into a different college and your credentials won't work. So that's 9 times out of 10. If you're having trouble logging in, that's what it is. Anyways, you would sign in with the credentials that you've created. And then here you would select the course. Now our course is considered inactive at the moment, so I'm going to use a different 261 section, but you should be the only section you see upon logging in. So here's MyLabs Plus. Let's click on the Assignments tab. See a very down the list setup as far as the assignments for the class are concerned. If you notice from the schedule I showed you earlier, 1.1, 1.2, all of those sections are here, and all of those topics have homework problems associated with them. If you click on a problem, it looks like this first section has 15 questions. Another thing that you want to make note of is the video resource library. This is a place where you can access, now you notice I posted PowerPoints and some review materials in D2L. However, if you select the chapter you're working with, let's say we'll use chapter 1 as an example. There is lots of media available for each section in the course. What I would like you to focus on at a bare minimum are the videos. So if you notice, each section has videos tied to it. This is chapter 1. You could even isolate it just by a particular section, section 1.1. And here in bold is the video I'd like you to watch. Okay, so each section has, to show you if I move to 1.2, there is a video in bold for section 1.2 as well. Additional resources here. There is a link to the textbook, and then there's also some interactive figures to help give some visual aids to some of the key concepts. And then there's an additional link to those PowerPoint slides that I posted in D2L. So the beauty of this class is every section pretty much follows the same format. More to come on MyLabs Plus as we move forward and into our first meeting time. Okay, so in the meantime, if anyone has any questions regarding the MyLabs Plus content, feel free to send me an email. Again, you can find that under Getting Started, Instructor Information. As we get closer to our course starting time, I will post some announcements that should show up right here on the homepage. Okay, take care until then, guys, and thank you.